They wonder if you're going to tell people how bad they treated you, or if you've already told people, or if you even realize, because this person has come to a realization lately that they treated you a lot worse than they realized. They wanted things to be different. Now they're obsessed with watching you to see if you talk. Ashamed of how they treated you, self-medicating because of it. Really deeply hurt by their own actions, honestly. And it might surprise you because you might think this person just doesn't have feelings. They do, but they mask a lot. Certain people, the ones who act the hardest, are honestly the most sensitive. Learned that a long time ago. Regardless, sometimes it's like, what's it really matter what the person's going through inside? What are they putting people through? You know what I mean? And this is someone who you have to tiptoe around their emotions in general. But they're actually becoming more aware of that. They're starting to see what they've put people through, wondering what they've actually put people through. I just got scalded. I just got a feeling of someone burning themselves on a stove, like boiling water, ugh. Scalding themselves on, or a frying pan, ugh. They feel like they could have gotten burned, like it could have been a lot worse. They were scalded. Although scalding can be pretty bad. Chose someone else. That's how they got scalded. They're ashamed of their behavior. They're reaping the karma of not being able to control themselves. They lack self-discipline in pretty much every aspect of their life. But they're starting to realize that. Grass was not greener. You had chose someone else and grass was not greener. Both of those came out. This is who made them realize. They're pretty angry with themselves. Okay. Watching you. See, I got that earlier. Did a card come out? Okay, yeah. Obsessed and ashamed of how I treated you. I just got a feeling of somebody really watching you. You may have said something recently that they wonder if it's about them. This is someone who checks up on you once in a while. Some of you still might be friends on certain platforms. Just more like acquaintance level, though, you know. Like if you ever actually contact each other, it'd be a big deal. They're really watching and hoping you don't know that somehow. Emotional vampire. You can do better. Afraid to contact you. They know you can do better than this. They don't want their drama to bleed over onto you. You know what? They would also be ashamed if you knew what they were going through right now. They're not happy with their situation. They're ashamed because they feel like they chose a very immature choice. Somebody who makes them look bad. Someone completely out of their control as well. Okay, that's part of it. It's not that this person really makes them look bad. Like if you ask people, hey, does it make you look bad? People would be like, no. It's just their perception. It just shows me what kind of person this is. They hold themselves to a very high standard. Oh, I just got the energy. Oh, I don't like this. But you need to know you were protected, because I just got the energy of someone who, from a woman's perspective, okay, a guy who would truly break up with you for gaining weight, even a few pounds. One of those who, like, you could be like stick skinny. You gain 3 pounds, he's going to notice. I've never been that thin, but I have heard that it can really show up. But anyway, this is that kind of person who's just analyzing everything all the time. Earlier I said they got a taste of their own medicine. That's what it was. They did not get the unconditional love they wanted from someone. Like, it was very conditional. Like I said, gain weight. If not gaining weight, it's something with that volume, if you know what I mean. Like something that deep. Gosh, someone who might even break up with you over a haircut. This person learned that from someone else. They feel like they were thrown overboard for something very small that should have been their choice. For men, like shaving a beard or something. Really, I don't like this. I feel bad for the third party they chose, because I'm really not getting the third party had anything to do with it, that they pursued this person or whatever. And you got to understand, even if they did, the person wanted to be pursued. Okay? The person chose them, chose someone else. I mean, the person didn't have to choose anybody else. I keep getting this visual of bodybuilders. I just mean someone who's just very physically fit, personal trainer type of person, really into his looks, goes to pick up his girlfriend and looks like she's gained 3 pounds, and usually she's the perfect weight or whatever. He's ashamed. He still takes her out. She's wearing a beautiful dress. She looks amazing. But he feels ashamed. That's crazy. Yeah, to that guy, all eyes are on those 3 pounds. Even though she looks beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, wearing a stunning gown. You know, it could be a formal thing. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a formal thing. But you wouldn't know that behind the scenes, he's upset with her all night, saying, "You're embarrassing me for gaining 3 pounds." When she probably didn't even gain 3 pounds. It does not have to be this. Definitely not. Definitely. That's a very specific analogy. It comes to me like movies or TV shows or something sometimes, but it's something with that energy, because I feel like a lot of people can relate to that on a lot of different levels. Especially if it's a nice night. Oh gosh. Yeah. Getting reminded now, okay, this is what happened. Something similar to this. The grass was not greener. Like, this is the taste of their own medicine they got. I got reminded of a video I've watched. This woman recorded, like, she comes home from an event where she was celebrated, like some like big deal, like a promotion within a company. That's what it was. And they threw her a party, a promotion or anniversary, something huge. It was really a big deal for her. And she showed the aftermath of it. It was her boyfriend or husband, somebody, and he was screaming at her, saying that it was embarrassing, that they were celebrating her, and oh, it was terrible. I know a lot of us, though, we know what it's like to be around these people. Something great, something amazing happens to us, and they are there just to punch us in the face as soon as something good happens. Speaking figuratively, usually. It says a lot about them. Like, they can't stand to see anybody else celebrated. That says a lot. That's such a massive red flag. And that's what it really is with this. Okay, the grass was not greener. That person, whoever they chose, that's what they're giving them, is somebody who's not happy for them, doesn't encourage them, gets mad if something good happens to them. The kind of person who always tries to steal everybody's thunder, you know, birthday party, they'll make it about them somehow. Wow. Tied down. That's how they feel. Oh, they're miserable. I just got just one more day, one more week. The feeling of someone counting down the days. To what? I don't know. Speculate. Okay. No, intuitively, I'm just getting, it could be a lot of things, but yeah, it could be till they leave, till something happens that makes it so they can leave. Oh, if they don't have plans immediately, this is someone who has considered stuff like secret bank accounts, secret sources of income, so they can have an escape fund. Secret admirer. You know what kept going through my head as this came out was raw feelings with it. Somehow that's connected to secret admirer here, like them watching you again. Like I'm not getting that they would watch you all the time. And you might still be in contact, just kind of emotionally drifted apart. But you know how you have these people, especially if you still have a Facebook profile, even if you never use it, you know, that's kind of where a lot of people keep, I think, their real contact information. You have those people that you're friends with technically, but you don't contact them. I mean, even people in your contact list, they might not be blocked, but if they actually contacted you, it'd be weird because you never hear from them. They wonder. If you want to hear from them, leave them a message below because they might see it, but please don't contact them because, for one, I'm getting that they're in a relationship still. So don't be that person. By the way, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Just imagine a meeting with them. Don't be surprised if they pop up on you somewhere. If you live in a small town or a neighborhood where you have just like 1 or 2 grocery stores or something, or a few gas stations, and you live in the same town or neighboring town, like, this person definitely looks at the grocery store parking lot and stuff to see if your car is there. And if it is, they might just have to do some grocery shopping. You know, it's that kind of thing. Definitely that kind of thing. I'm going to what's the tea. I feel like it's supposed to be a longer reading right now for some reason. Impersonator. Looking you up. Okay, this is what I mean. Looking you up, cyber stalking. Seeing if you post anything about where you're going to be, what you're up to, so they can maybe orchestrate a meeting. Impersonator. You know, I'll be honest with you, I didn't see it going in this direction when the reading started. Like, the title of my readings are usually what the opening line is, almost always, like 99% of the time. The plot always thickens, okay? The plot always thickens. So, impersonator, wants your life, copies your style, obsessed with being you. There is an element of that, you know, it's sad. And it's just something I really believe a lot of people are going through. I just believe there are a lot of different new mental illnesses, mental health issues, psychological effects, if you want to call them that. Just things that we haven't seen yet, that we haven't seen until now because of social media, because of people working from home, because of just how much our culture has shifted. Like, even if you're not on social media, even if you don't even own a phone, everybody around you does. You live in a world that does, and you have to adapt to that. People have just changed. But especially those of us, though, who spend so much time alone on our devices, having to motivate ourselves. Their brain's in a weird place, okay? That's right, I got that self-medicating card at the beginning. Lots of different ways to self-medicate and to overdo it, okay? This person is overdoing something. More than one thing. And people will do that. Like, if you're in a relationship where you're not happy, or even like a living situation you're not happy, a job you're not happy, but relationship, whatever. If you every day have to deal with something that you just literally hate, and I don't use the word literally or hate very often, but you're in a situation where you're just like, how am I getting up out of bed in the morning? That's when people really start to self-medicate. That's when you got to change your situation. Something needs to change. If you can't find a healthy way to deal with that situation, to cope with that situation, what you are doing quite literally is self-medicating. You're in a situation where you need to get out of it, because why should you have such unhealthy habits, you know? And it kind of leans into, look what you made me do territory. Like, I only drink because of you. You know what I mean? Oh, that right there is a signal. Like, if you've had that thought, taking something out on someone, taking something out on yourself, harming yourself or someone else, overeating, overindulging, because of what somebody did to you, because of how someone made you feel, then you need to change the situation, okay? Like, if you're married to someone who drives you to drink, get out of the marriage. Get out of the marriage, okay? If all there is self-medicating, just get out of it. That's just a survival mechanism is what that is. Mental health survival. That's just treading water. Yeah, that's like somebody trying to swim across the ocean. Someone who's not naturally buoyant, because I think some of us wouldn't necessarily sink. Look, they say it's not even weight related. I thought it was because of, you know, weight. No, some people are just more naturally buoyant. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, imagine not being naturally buoyant, and you've got to keep yourself treading water, swimming to get somewhere. Oh, that's where this person is. If they're feeling that way, though, then the other person likely is too. And if there are kids involved or anyone else, like, doesn't have to be any kind of relationship. If it's whoever's around them is going to be affected. It's a situation that needs a lot of healing and a lot of repair. It is out of alignment for sure. Anyway, I feel like I'm supposed to go to the last card. All you need to know is you are protected. This person is watching, but whatever. All the stuff they're going through is stuff they need to go through. Getting a taste of their own medicine. Feeling desperate. Really, they're feeling desperate. Desperate for survival, I should say. Like, financially, it might be okay. Okay. But emotionally, mentally, they feel desperate. Mentally inadequate. Mentally bankrupt, I just got. Numbing themselves. It's because they got a taste of their own medicine. It's because they're going through some stuff that's been pretty hard. Learning some lessons they didn't want to learn. For their own good. Anyway, may there be healing. You are kind and anything is possible for you. All right. Be kind to this person, because you know what? I just got that. Some of you might not want to be. Like, if you do see them in public, you might want to be mean. They might even be mean first. Do you know what good karma you're going to get in return if you just return something good? Do not repay evil for evil, but repay evil with good. That's a life hack. There are so many spiritual hacks right there. People really reduced Jesus, the work he came here to do. I believe he existed as a person and that he's Kundalini. I believe both. Why limit your creator? Why limit the simulation? People act like evidence that Jesus existed in the flesh is evidence that everything in the Bible is true. Oh my gosh. It's a spell. I used to be under it too. But anyway, make peace. Because I honestly hadn't even gotten that part of it yet. It feels like I've been watching different movies about this whole time. But like, now I'm getting that there might truly be some animosity between you and this person. From their end. It's defensiveness. It's shame. Because even though this whole time I've made a pretty sympathetic case toward them. I know that. Because I'm telling things from their perspective. I'm telling what they're going through. Because really it's best to realize everybody's going through something. And that's why it's best to do what Jesus said. Make peace. Make peace. The kingdom of heaven is within. Blessed are the peacemakers, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. This person is a test. This situation is a test. Anyway, some of you, there may be some deep feelings going back a long way. A long time. Things that would not make anyone feel sympathetic, and I understand that. Like I said, they're getting what they put someone else through, possibly you. They're very hard on, you know what, not just other people but themselves. Like that whole bodybuilding or whatever, fitness analogy I used earlier. The guy walking into the restaurant and the girl gained 3 pounds and he thinks everybody's watching her. I mean, she's like stick skinny, okay? Very toned, very physically fit, very small. That kind of critique. That kind of guy, actually, the reason that man is so hard on his date is because he's equally hard on himself. Not that it makes it right. Not that it makes it right, okay? But knowing that sometimes just makes it easier to forgive and move on. And not expect an apology. Because they're treating you the way they would treat themselves. Rise above that. Your challenge here is to rise above that. This person's hard to take. Honestly, this person's a real jerk. Can be at times. Not everybody. Some of you may say no, they're not. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You are very protected, okay? Because if they're critical in that area, they're going to be critical in other areas. But especially areas like things that just really interfere with your life enjoyment. Oh gosh, that goes back to this. Anything is possible for you. When you're with someone who does that, I mean, imagine being that woman there, regardless of the reason he said it, but imagine being that woman who knows that the guy she's with, even though she looks stunning, looks amazing, dressed up, the woman who is sitting there next to a guy who knows that he, maybe yelled at her in the car, made fun of her or something, didn't compliment her at all, all he's doing is insulting her for 3 pounds. Sorry. Imagine being her. Just imagine. You can't enjoy life that way. You're not going to think anything's possible for you. Imagine thinking this is a situation you got to get yourself out of. Imagine thinking that. Imagine thinking you're stuck to this person. Let's take it a step further. Combine a few analogies here. You're sitting there at a formal dinner and they give you the option of drinking alcohol. Alcohol is served. Maybe even paid for. And since you don't have a problem with alcohol you like to drink, would you blame her if she took a few free drinks, knowing that it's going to make her gain even more weight? The guy's probably going to get mad at her because alcohol can do that very quickly. She doesn't care. Maybe even drinks him behind his back. That's what I mean about the self-medicating. Imagine being stuck in that kind of situation. Because think about it, what if she can't just break up with him? What if bad things will happen if she tries to get away? Anyway, this went deep. I feel like I'm just writing screenplays or something. Anyway, I mean, they're channeled. We live a life like plot lines. We live these movies. We live like on a stage here. And the way I have manifested things is to write them as a story. And they came true. work in all the senses. Yeah, but be careful, because there's some magic in that. It works. It's very powerful. I do it all the time. Anything is possible for you, and you are kind. Yes, you are. You are kind. You can do this. You are kind. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.